In question 3, we're asked to form a quadratic equation with these roots. So let's write them down and let's see the relationship between the roots. We have x equals 1 and x equals minus 2. So our factors in reverse will be x plus 1 equals 0 and x plus 2 equals 0. And if we multiply the factors, x minus 1 by x plus 2, you'll see that we get x squared plus 2x minus x minus 2. So the quadratic would be x squared plus x minus 2 equals 0. And if we multiply the factors, 1 by minus 2, we get the y-intercept. And if we sketch this quadratic, we have a positive and negative root, and we have a y-intercept of minus 2, and the roots were minus 2 on the negative side and 1 on the positive side. Going on to number 2, or B part 1, 10x squared plus x minus 2 are asked to factorize. Now, they don't look obvious at the beginning, the factors, summing up, but it can only be two options, 10x by x or 5x by 2x, and you've practiced the previous videos on factorizing. You'll see what happens here when we write down the factors of 2. There's only one pair, 2 by 1. We want to make up 1x in the middle, so here we're going to make it 1. You can see where the 2 definitely can't go here. It couldn't go there because we'd have 10 over this side, so none of these work. So 2 5s will be 10, that doesn't work either. And you quickly get down to 2 2s are 4, and 5 we can make 1. So we want plus 1x, so we're going to have plus 5x minus 4x. So my roots are 2 over 5. Change the sign. Put this number over this number, as you all know at this point. So over here we're going to have minus 1 over 2 and 2 over 5. So these are my roots of a positive and negative, so the sketch is going to be same again. Positive and negative root, where does it cross the y-axis? Minus 2, minus 2, positive root 2 over 5, and negative root minus 1 over 2. And remember, these are all sketches. Now we have a 2 decimal place, so quadratic formula. You've seen this being done already. The two answers are, you check them on a calculator, minus 2.21 and 2.71 are the two roots there. Now we have another equation. We have a minus x squared or t squared because we're dealing with time here, and they look upside down, quadratics. So they're this shape, so like something getting fired from the ground. We'll go up in the air in this direction before coming back down to earth. This will be negative x squared or negative t squared, or whatever the function is in terms of, this time t. So it's a launching of a rocket. So when will the rocket's height, or what will the rocket's height be after 3 seconds? So it's just substitution. When t is equal to 3, we're going to get 54 times 3 minus 5 times 3 squared. So that's going to be, on a calculator, we'll do it for you, but 162 minus 45, which will be 117 meters high for the rocket after 3 seconds. Part 2, a lot of these questions, initial time, or what was happening at time 0. So if t is equal to 0, we're going to get 0 minus 0, or just 0. So it is this diagram that we sketched earlier, a rocket being blasted off from height of 0. So time will be here, height will be here. So there's a second time when height is equal to 0. How long will it be before the rocket returns to ground? So we can say that the height is going to be 0, and we'll get a second time for t. Let's do that. 54 t minus 5t squared is equal to 0. So we can factorize this. The only thing common on the outside is t. leaving inside 54 minus 5t. And the same rules for solving this one as the previous one. So we're going to have time is equal to 0 or time is equal to, change the sign, plus this number over this number. 54 over 5. And just to see why it's the other way around, it's 54 minus 5t. The t is in the second position rather than the first. So we get 5t is equal to 54. So t is 54 over 5.